Atma Namaskaram. Rules of Conduct for Siddha Vidhyaarthees. Rule number 2B. The evils of using BD, cigarette is making one's own body red hot. Let us take an example. If we want ripe fruits of plantain and others, bring raw fruits of plantains, etc., dig a pit and place them inside it. Take fire in a fire pot, put dry cow dung, etc., fan and produce smoke, place it inside the pit and close the pit with wooden planks and mud so that the smoke may not escape. After 3 days, when we open the pit by removing mud, wooden planks, etc., we find good ripened fruits. The most unripe and raw plantains, etc., are now fully ripened. The reason to appear as fruits thus red hot is the power of smoke. Similarly, the smoke passes through our body, makes it red hot, and causes terrible diseases like tuberculosis, etc. That is, semen, blood, and air circulate throughout our body. If any part of the body these three do not circulate, there will be no energy in that part and it remains static, incapable of any movement. For those who are suffering from paralysis, since semen, blood, and air do not circulate in the affected part and they lie down having no movement whatsoever, there will be no sensation even if that portion is punched. If it is cut, no blood will come out, but a white liquid can be seen instead. Further, we have good strength in our hands due to the flow of semen, blood, and air. When we receive a blow on such hand, that particular part swells, becomes bluish in color, and hardens without any movement of semen, blood, and air. After some time, it separates, putrefies, and gets stank. This is due to the absence of the circulation of semen, blood, and air through that part, and that in turn causes to develop worms, etc. To illustrate, pour mercury in a vessel. If the vessel is given a simple tap, the mercury becomes infinitesimal and gets shattered into minute spherical forms. But semen is in the form of mercury. When a blow received in any part of our body where the semen circulates, in whatever manner the aforesaid mercury, while tapped, becomes infinitesimal and gets shattered into tiny particles, in the same manner the semen, being in the form of mercury, becomes infinitesimal and gets shattered into minute, invisible, tiny particles. But semen is the Brahman. With Brahman alone, there is creation. There is no creation without that semen, which is Brahmaswarupa. Suronitam, that is blood, gets mixed with the semen. At that time, Vayu, that is energy of life, also combines with it. Then it becomes a creature. It is thus germs come into existence in our body too. It is in the same manner when smoke spreads in our lungs, situated near the chest, semen and blood become shattered, Vayu combines with them and thus worms are created. This will lead to diseases like tuberculosis. It is like this. While smoking BD, cigar or cigarette, if the smoke is allowed to pass through a piece of dry cloth, it will not look brightly. But if the smoke is allowed to pass through a wet piece of white cloth, there seems a blackish yellow coating on the wet portion of the cloth. Similarly, due to the circulation of semen, blood and air inside, our chest pit is always wet, it will not be dry. When smoke spreads on such chest pit, the aforesaid semen, the Brahmaswarupa, becomes shattered, gets mixed up with the blood and Vayu and becomes creatures. Such creatures are called worms. It is such worms that prick and make ulceration in the lungs. That is why, after examining patients of tuberculosis and other chronic patients, doctors say that the patient would not survive since the worms have pricked and ulcerated in the lungs. But people do not consider any such things, thinking that it is the fashion of the day. They love neither their life, that is Jiva, nor body, don't think the good and bad aspects due to it, create a variety of diseases due to such bad habits, suffer and degrade and succumb to death. Atma Namaskaram.